I'm announcing that the Transportation Safety Administration, the TSA, will double the fines on travelers that refuse to mask. If you break the rules, be prepared to pay. And by the way, show some respect. The anger you see on television toward flight attendants and others doing their job is wrong. It's ugly.
Now, Jeanine Pirro sees that statement and thinks to herself and says in the public, no, I want to be mean to flight attendants. Let's watch.
I am sick and tired of his going up against Abbott and DeSantis and then saying to the flight attendants, you know what, show some respect for the flight attendants. Maybe some of the flight attendants ought to show some respect to us, okay? If you're trying to feed a 2-year-old yogurt without the mask on and they decide to throw the mother off, I mean, I could go on and on about the absurdity of people who don't have power, who are suddenly engaged in have power, then they abuse it.
I mean, we've shown so many examples of people being unruly on these flights. I mean, to the point where they assault flight attendants and need to be duct taped to the seat so they don't cause harm to the flight attendants or to others. I'm talking about physical harm. So I love that Jeanine Pirro made up a scenario that doesn't exist, right? People have been flying during the pandemic, and if they need to eat something, they're allowed or able to take their mask off temporarily to eat and then put the mask back on. But she's trying to completely fabricate a situation in an effort to push back against what Biden is doing here. And look, I'm gonna keep it real. I love that Biden is being stronger on what needs to be done in order to battle this pandemic, where COVID numbers and deaths are still spiking when we have a vaccine that can prevent people from being hospitalized or dying from coronavirus. Tucker Carlson invited a comedian named Jim Brewer on his program to discuss the endless debate regarding coronavirus vaccines. It got a little off the rails. We've got lots to show you, so let's start with the first video.
I got a lot of feedback from a couple venues that I was playing. My fans were really upset. They said, I'm not comfortable with getting a COVID shot, and now they're saying I can't come see you perform unless I do that. And I looked into it, and that's the last thing you should be doing, is going, hey, you want to come see like feeding the seal the fish. Hey, you want to come see a concert? You want to here catch the fish? Why would you do that? Why would you? I don't want any of my fans forced to come laugh, and they got to get a shot in them.
Is he referring to his fans as seals? Is he it seems like he's mocking his fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know this dude. I think he did Goat Boy on SNL. So I think he mainly does animal sounds for a living.
Oh, that's
so that's
cool.
The right wing's idea of a top shelf comedian. So he had to go to an animal sound for some reason. It doesn't really quite make sense. And he seems genuinely flummoxed. So why are they doing this, man? Just we're gonna all get in a room and we're gonna laugh, theoretically, and we're gonna be all next to each other without masks and vaccines. It seems like that would be the perfect place to catch coronavirus. So I don't know why they're doing this.
No.
And then Tucker Carlson's like this. He does the Tucker Carlson look, and then goes, exactly.
That was actually my favorite moment because he did the exactly after he did the seal sounds, and I feel like it was this almost like a instinctual react, it looked like he was uncomfortable and just said exactly
reflexively, yeah.
Yeah, can we actually watch that again? Because pay close attention to Tucker Carlson. He actually looks visibly uncomfortable.
I got a lot of feedback from a couple venues that I was playing. My fans were really upset. They said, I'm not comfortable with getting a COVID shot, and now they're saying I can't come see you perform unless I do that. And I looked into it, and that's the last thing you should be doing, is going, hey, you want to come see the, like feeding the seal the fish. Hey, you want to come see a concert? You want to here, catch the fish. Why would you do that? Why would you? I don't want. You want to come see a concert? You want to here, catch the fish. You want to come see a concert? You want to here, catch the fish. Why would you do that? Why would you? I don't want any of my fans.
Okay, Tucker's amazing because how does he hold that post for that long? That's the other thing. Like that. But he does accurately represent the rest of us in that context. It was like,
yeah.
And the comedian dude, what's with his head? Let me tell you something, okay?
No, he's fidgety. He seems like a fidgety guy.
And then they say, "Come here." Yeah. Anyway, we got more clips.
We do. I know. Like that was the tip of the iceberg. So, then they get into this back and forth about how much they want to be part of the oppression Olympics, while claiming that they, conservatives do not like the oppression Olympics. But wouldn't you know, the people who are actually the most harmed in this country are those who refuse to get vaccinated during a global pandemic. Let's watch.
There's a new narrative. And the new narrative is the unvaccinated are the beast. Kill the beast. This program goes on forever. Kill the beast. The beast is the unvaccinated. Kill them. And when our leader put that out there and pointed the finger like we're the demons, I'm not vaccinated. I had COVID. You're not going to tell me about my body. I know my body. I know my morals. I know my faith. You don't come telling me and threaten me and everyone else as if we're the demons.
Exactly.
Now I'm worried I'm going to start watching Tucker's show just to hear him say exactly at the most absurd times. Look, guys, now the sad part of the story is like, I watched this clip and I thought, we say sometimes, oh, that's idiotic and stuff. It's an easy thing to say. But that guy's genuinely unintelligent. And it feels awkward saying it, but he just literally doesn't understand anything. He's like, so now we're the ones spreading disease, and they say we're the bad guys.
Yeah, well, look.
That's why it's not that hard to understand. And so you could at least say, hey, I get where they're coming from. They're worried about a contagious disease, but I have my freedoms, but he just seems to genuinely like, they say, oh, kill the beast. And then Tucker goes, exactly. When did they say that?
No, no one, I mean, that is absurd. No one's talked about like physically harming unvaccinated people. In fact, the whole point of encouraging people to get vaccinated is so they don't end up hospitalized or dying from the vaccine, right? And look, I don't know anything about this comedian, and this sounds insulting, but I don't mean it to be. Like, I actually have lower standards for people who aren't politicians and who aren't members of the media. And the reason why is because, to be fair, there's a ton of disinformation out there about the vaccine, right? So he's a comedian, right? It's not his job like to do all the medical research and all the research necessary to decipher what's right and what's wrong, right? You're supposed to have responsible media coverage, and unfortunately that's not what we've had in this country because COVID has turned into a culture war issue, which, as you can see, Tucker Carlson has really capitalized on, and it's unfortunate.